Welcome to IncreaseRSS.com's video tutorial series. In this video, we'll be discussing cloud computing. You might be asking yourself, what is cloud computing? The answer might be right under your nose. Chances are you use it every day and don't know it. Let's take a look at what life might be like without cloud computing. Say you're starting a small local business, and starting out, all you need is office space, your own sweat equity, and a computer. But it can't be just any computer. You need a good computer, with the right software for all your business needs. Email programs, accounting programs, documentation programs, as well as anything actually related to the services you offer. And you'll need at least the minimum requirements of hardware to run these programs on your computer. But that's fine, you're tech savvy, so some minor computer tinkering and the occasional maintenance and updating is no big deal. And because, let's face it, you're awesome at what you do, your business takes off, which means it's time to expand your business and establish a presence for your business online. This means more equipment, which includes servers to establish a network within your company, as well as components to operate the server and connect your systems to the server, and connect your server to the internet. And let's not forget the software that runs the server, or the programs that secure said server to keep your data protected from those who might try to hijack your site, or steal important information from you. But it's still okay, you're still smart enough to handle this, and again, you're awesome, so you've got this. And you do, you're doing great, business is booming, and now you need to expand your base and hire some employees. But the employees can't just sit around watching you work at the one computer you have. They need computers of their own, but not just any computers. Computers built to speed just like yours. But not the one you had when you first started the business, the one you have to get to upgrade your system. Because let's face it, it's already been a year or two since you bought that computer, so in computer terms, it's ancient. To stay ahead of the curve and keep competitive, you need faster equipment for you and your new staff. You also need the latest versions of all the programs you use, as well as extra licenses to enable you to install the software on the new computer systems used by your staff. Your server system is now reaching capacity, and with your new workload, you not only need to add new servers and the software for those systems, in addition to finding a new location to house all the new equipment, you're going to need technical support to manage your exponentially growing and complex technical systems. Because as smart and as awesome as you are, you still have work to do, and managing the internal technical system of your business is now literally a full-time job in its own right. Cloud computing simplifies all of this. Instead of needing all the extra hardware and software, all that's needed are basic computer systems with remote access to hosted services that provide all the necessary things you'll commonly need for your business. If you have ever used a free remote hosted email account, such as Yahoo, Gmail, or Hotmail, you have used a cloud computing service. Instead of using an email program installed on your computer with the emails physically saved to your hard drive, you access a remote server that has the email program used by the host provider installed on it. All of your emails and settings are stored within the remote server, and the system is maintained by the host offering the service. Other cloud computing services operate much the same way. A program or service is offered through leased use of shared resources on a remote system. One cloud service may offer accounting or tax preparation services, while another service hosts your website. Some of these services can be bundled together, and some may charge a fee while others are free. The point where clients gain access to their service is known as the front end, whereas the technical side of the service, the physical hardware as well as the software that operates it, is known as the back end of the system. This is where technicians employed by the host service maintain the integrity of the system, seeing to software and hardware updates and management. The most important aspect of any cloud system is the dependability of securing the client's data, both from hackers and from the data being lost or damaged. Computer systems do fail, and often it's simply the case of the hardware components running the length of their life and becoming worn out. Therefore, it's critical that a host provider can ensure that the user's data is protected and won't be lost. If a client can't be sure of the safety of their data, they'll find some other service that will guarantee that protection. To safeguard against data loss or corruption, host providers will regularly save copies of their clients' data to secondary systems, known as redundancies. Should anything happen to the primary system, all affected user data can be promptly backed up and restored using the secondary system. Likewise, to ensure the protection of users' information from the threat of outside forces, cloud host providers are regularly updating and improving their methods of protecting their system from intruders. This has led to an ever-growing and increasingly complex means of authentication and verification of users accessing their data in order to ensure that they are who they claim to be before gaining access. This has resulted in the need for stronger personal passwords, with a preferred diversity in passwords when accessing different accounts, as well as authentication systems like CAPTCHA, which verifies that users are real people through the use of visually aided keyword passes. This helps stem the tide of automated systems that might wreak havoc on systems that might otherwise be vulnerable to things like hackers or spam. A key benefit of cloud computing is that you don't need to meet special system requirements in order to operate your system. The remote service you connect to has all the necessary hardware and software readily available for you to gain and share access to, along with all the other hosted clients on the system. There are many different forms and combinations of cloud services, depending on the needs of the client, and there are many more services being developed all the time. For more blogs, podcasts, and videos, log on to www.increaserss.com.